MATINEE presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here at the table with me, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And over on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. James is out there with the captain, and it's Big Daddy. Then there's Washington, and it's the Wizard in at the 1. 5 on the clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here, and that one's good by G. And like everyone else, GA, I'm looking forward to the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, we have a pair of the best centers in the NBA. Points in the paint will be a key number tonight.
And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
DJ dishes to G. Anderson passes to Myers. And it's G finishing it off.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo! One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Inside. James with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Back to Anderson. Pass to the kid. Now, here's DJ. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Bowler misses.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Out to the right wing. Washington passes to Big Daddy. Back to Washington. Puts it up from 17. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. It was rough. When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
James looking it over. Back to Washington. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead of settling for a jump shot, especially in the first quarter.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Chicago with the ball.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's the Wizard. Steps back and drains the jump shot.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Anderson outside for the 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now, here's Washington. D right on him.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Shooting for Detroit. Washington at the line for 2.
That one is off. Jay's checked in for Chicago. He hits the second from the line. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Pass to the kid. Here's G. Missed the shot. He's 3 for 4 in the game. Team's outside. Here's the Wizard. To the paint. Here's the captain, and he jams it with authority. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's the kid. Nothing on the board. Here's Jay. The wing jumper off target. And Detroit has possession. Here's the Wizard. Turned in an outstanding game against Denver. Here in the final days of the NBA regular season, Greg, every team trying to wrap things up on a high note.
Yeah, and even the top teams doing what they can to head into the postseason with some momentum, right? While lottery teams want to finish strong and have something to build off of.
And the first one drops. Good on both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's Jay. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. The kid gets the bucket.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter steal, but not who you want to leave open.
Count that one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
Chicago making a switch here. Drexler's checked in. Detroit also making some changes. The captain comes in for Big Daddy, and Rodriguez is subbed in for James. Here's the kid, coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the night here. Easy Breezy's checked in for Anderson. Tiny, he's checked in for Detroit.
Shooting one.
Here's Tiny. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. To the middle, here's the Wizard. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Easy breezy passes to DJ. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Pass to the kid. 6 to shoot. Lets it fly from 18. That's short off the rim. For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. Very solid start for them. Here's Tiny. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's Easy Breezy. Trying to get open as Drexler. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Chicago.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
First free throw is good. Magicians checked in for Chicago. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Detroit trails by 3. Here's Tiny, still without a basket. In the corner, Rodriguez with it, and out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
Chicago leading by 3. And here is DJ. Pass to Jay. Carries it down low.
Sometimes the pick doesn't even have to be perfect. It can just be a pick. He just needs to create a sliver of space.
Here's the Wizard. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Good on the shot. The Wizards got 6.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Jay, the pass to Drexler. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Chicago shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. He's off on the second. Detroit trails by 4. In the corner, Rodriguez with it. Here's the captain, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Here's a look at some of the stats for him. Pass to Easy Breezy. Here's TJ, out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for the Wizard. 4th in assists, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And it's his lightning-quick hands that have put him in the top 3 in steals. Also his tremendous anticipation. He's constantly all over the basketball. Here's Tiny. Scoreless thus far. Here's the Wizard, and it's denied. They get it back. The shot by Rodriguez, no good. And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against Denver. Easy breezy, and it's blocked. 1:41 left in the first quarter of the game. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. For Detroit, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
Shooting for Detroit, number 55.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. There's 1:38 left to play in the first. Here's Jay. Picked by Drexler. Jay, the pass to Drexler. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul, 4th team foul.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Detroit.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
That's fortunate to pull even, but you know he wanted more.
Right wing, all sorts of time, and it's good off the back rim and in. And Detroit leads by 2.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Magician passes to Easy Breezy. 5 to shoot. Here's TJ. No good on the 3.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Down low, here's the Wizard, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Rebounded by the captain. Detroit with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now, DJ. He gets it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Detroit with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And rebounding numbers sometimes be overlooked at, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
We've got the kid. Anderson is out there with G. Then there's Jay, and it's Baller in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Big Daddy. No scoring in this one. And the foul called on G. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
On defense, Chicago. Over to the left wing. Tiny, the pass to James. Clock at 6. From deep Washington. Chicago grabs the miss. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Jay misses. And so James will bring it up for Detroit. 6-point lead.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Here's Jay. It's rebounded by Big Daddy. Big Daddy's got his 5th rebound in this one. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Jay. Pass to Anderson. Here's Jay. And again, Chicago. No good. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Rodriguez, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Chicago trails by 10. Here's Baller. He's covered by Washington. Baller misses. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Commissioner Silver talked about health, and he said that some of the injuries that our young players are experiencing are overuse injuries. In earlier eras, players in school participated in different sports depending on the season. He said perhaps a return to that approach is warranted. Back over to you guys.
Interesting thought. Okay, Allie, we thank you. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Jay, the pass to the kid. Here's Baller. He's covered by Washington. Pass to the kid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jay. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Chicago trails by 10. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. There's a screen. Can they get it? And the basket is good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
The numbers for Big Daddy. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven and he competes with you for the entire game. They set the pick. Here he goes. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Here's Baller. He's covered by Washington. It'll go, and the Detroit lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Baller. You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screen. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the bigger player. And having little guys who are willing to put their body on the line, you think of a Steph Curry, a John Stockton, 2 of the best to ever do it.
Here's Tiny. He's got 6. Outside, James. Pass to Tiny. From deep. Here's Rodriguez. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. And a great assist by Rodriguez as that one goes in. Rodriguez has got 3 assists now in this one. And it's G finishing it off.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Detroit leading by 11. Pass to Washington. Here's Tiny. It's stolen by G. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And it's G finishing it off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Washington passes to James. A 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Chicago with the ball. Jay, the pass to Myers. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Baller. He's covered by Washington. Baller. Another one falls for Chicago. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Drexler, he's checked in for G. Magician comes in for Anderson. Easy Breezy's checked in for the kid. And DJ's subbed in for Jay. And then for Detroit, the captain's checked in for Big Daddy. The captain comes in for Rodriguez. And it's the Wizard in for Tiny.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Chicago trails by 12. DJ with it. Still scoreless. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
The ball goes to Detroit.
And why don't we quickly go to the 2K leaderboard and find out which shooting guards have been the hottest at the free throw line this season. You look at Washington, one of the league's best, third in free throw percentage.
We've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters from the two-guard ranks, but even so, it shouldn't take away from what these players have been able to do up there.
I mean, you just got to look at their percentages, and I understand how much work these players have to put in the gym to be that reliable at the line.
For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. DJ passes to Drexler. Drexler with a screen on Washington. Hits it from three-point range. And it's 9 points for Baller. Here's the Wizard. He's got 10. Pass to Washington. To the inside. Here's the captain. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Detroit shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. First one falls for him.
Number 55. 2 shots.
So he gets them both. Chicago trails by 11. Now here's DJ. He has yet to score. Pass to Easy Breezy. Here's Baller. Another 3 for Chicago.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And here is Washington. James right side. Rebounded by Drexler.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Pass to Baller. For 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Detroit leading by 5. Here's the Wizard. 50 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Back to Washington. Shot clock at 5. Fires for 3. The captain, no good. Chicago's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And here is DJ. Takes a 3. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Now, Washington. Last time out, he had 38 points. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Number 88.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Here's Baller. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's Detroit up by 5. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
On the court now with J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach, as we approach the second half, what's going to be the deciding factor?
Just maintain. I think there were some things defensively that we left on the table where we gave up some cheap ones because we didn't communicate. So we solved those. I think we give ourselves a good shot going into the half.
All right, thanks so much, Coach.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Taking a look here at Chicago, they haven't quite looked like themselves lately. The question is, how do they get back to the top? How do they recapture that magic? I think it starts with raising the intensity level. Become more aggressive, night after night, fight after fight. Aggressive is right.
And circling back to the first half, things have not gone as planned for Chicago.
One thing that's helped tonight, their three-point shooting. Those triples add up fast, don't they, Kenny?
That's why I shoot them. If they have fours, I take them too. But here's one thing. You have to have floor balance, and you have to really create clean looks, though.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from the Monster.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Detroit leading by 5. Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. The captain out there with Big Daddy. Then it's the Wizard. Then it's James. And it's Washington in at the shooting guard. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Big Daddy. Offensive rebound. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Big Daddy's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Detroit. Pass to Bowler. Now here's DJ. Here's the kid. Baller passes to Myers. The shot will not fall.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's the captain. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Number 33.
And now it's a 10-point Detroit lead.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Pass to the kid. The 17-footer. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
For Chicago, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. James outside. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Washington, and it's Chicago with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
To the middle, here's the kid. And the layup falls. The kid's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. DJ with it. Out to the wing. To the paint. Here's Myers. And G with the stuff.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Rodriguez is checked in for James. Right now, let's have a moment to check out the NBA's best three-point shooters. You look at Washington, one of the best shooters in the NBA, top 5 in the league at this moment.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Rodriguez outside. Pass to the captain. Throws it up high.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Chicago trails by 7. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
Tiny is checked in for Washington. And again, no good by Chicago.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The Wizard can't hit. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Anderson outside. To the wing on the left. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Baller, and it's in off the backboard. Baller's got 17 now.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. The captain buries the long-range jumper. The captain's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, just a beautiful textbook bounce pass. You love to see it.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
And let's review some numbers for G. And he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage, really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And back to your point, number 2 in steals. He's just a tireless worker. Plays that hard-nosed, on-ball defense. Most guys just can't disengage from it. Jay's checked in for Chicago. For Detroit, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And I think this is the strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Here's the kid. It's Chicago with another bucket. Detroit leading by 6. Pass to the captain. Here's the Wizard. Down low. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Anderson passes to the kid. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. The kid's got 9 points here in the second half. Here's Big Daddy, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Pass to Jay. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Jay's got 6 points.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Agreed. He's going to start putting on a show now. And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Chicago trails by 8. Now here's DJ. Here's Jay. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Jay's got 4 this quarter. Pass to the captain. Here's the Wizard. Here's Big Daddy, defended by Anderson.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Here's Baller. He's got 17. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Detroit. Big Daddy's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Inside. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Anderson the screen. Down low. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Chicago making some changes. Drexler, he's checked in for Anderson. Magician comes in for Baller. And Easy Breezy subbed in for the Kid. And a switcher also for Detroit. The captain's checked in for Big Daddy. Rodriguez against Drexler. Here's Tiny. He has 6. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Pass to DJ. Jacks up a 3. The shot that time not on target.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Tiny. The layup off target. Chicago trails by 10. Here's Easy Breezy. A minute 42 left in the third quarter. Here's TJ. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Detroit leading by 10. Rodriguez left side. Pass to Tiny. Here's the Wizard, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
And the basket by Jay. Jay's got 6 points in the quarter.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Going inside.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, don't you think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen?
So did the defense.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, everybody in the building was waiting for it.
Shakes him. Detroit with the rebound. The captain's got 4 rebounds in this game. Rodriguez, and he lays it straight in. Rodriguez has got the lead up to 14 now for Detroit.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And here is DJ. Drexler high post. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
Yeah, the defender just lacks the reach to be able to contest him properly.
And so is Detroit, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. DJ out there with Baller. Then it's Magician. Then there's Anderson. And it's Myers in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Detroit.
Wow, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And you also have to applaud how they've attacked the interior in this game. A lot of points happening for them in the paint tonight.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Now Washington. Pass to the Wizard. He lobs it up. There's the steal. Here's Magician. Got a piece of it. Washington with it. James, the bounce pass. To the left side wing. Fires from 18. Washington, that's good. Washington's got 23 points.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
Pass to Bowler. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 20.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And a wide open look for James. They get it back. Fires from deep. And it's Washington missing.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second.
There's the pick. It's Anderson with the drive.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Here's Washington, and there's the drive.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
EJ passes to Myers. And he banks in the layup.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Detroit leading by 8. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's the Wizard. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Here's TJ. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Great, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
And he makes the first. The kid he's struck in for the Magician. And both free throws good for DJ. Detroit leading by 8. With the drive. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's the kid. Sinks the 15-footer. The kid's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Normally you go straight up with it, but all that matters is that he made it.
Pass to Washington. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Washington's got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Here's Baller. He's covered by Washington. Here's Baller. Bangs on the trifecta. Baller's got 23 points.
And he's on his way to putting up a big 3-point total.
Here's the kid. No good from the low block. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. The Wizard passes to Washington. Here's the Wizard. A three-pointer, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Anderson, a screen on James. He gets the shot to fall, and the defender wasn't set. He's called for the block and a three-point play chance here.
Anderson. Defensive foul. Eugene, number 55. Third personal foul.
Let's shot.
Third team foul. At the line for one, Anderson.
And that one misses. Detroit leading by 3. Now, here's Washington. And that's a foul called on Baldwin. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Pass to Washington. Six on the shot clock. The shot missing. Chicago's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Baller passes to Anderson. Here's Baller. He nails it, and we're tied up. Baller's got 11 in the second half.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Here's the Wizard. Back to James. Shoots from the high post. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. The Captains jump in for Detroit.
Number 33, Monte. Number 33.
Chicago's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Here's the kid, James defending. Baller passes to DJ. 5 on the clock. With the teardrop and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
4th team foul. At the line for Chicago, Myers. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
Yeah, disappointing not to convert all of them, but he did get the one to give them the lead.
The Big Daddy passes to James. And here is Washington. James sets the screen for Washington. Detroit, no good that time either.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
The kid passes to Myers. It doesn't go for him.
And give the defense credit. He was met at the rim.
To the middle. Here's James. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And Detroit leads by 1. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
For the 3. Baller misses. And so James will bring it up for Detroit. Led by as many as 14 points. And here is Washington. to the inside. The Wizard, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Chicago trails by 4. Now DJ, pass to the kid. DJ with it. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Can't connect from long distance. For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Here's the Wizard. It's tipped. Stolen by Anderson, and they're on the break. Picked off in midair.
First personal foul, third team foul. Shooting for Detroit. Washington. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good from Washington. He's perfect from the line this time. Chicago trails by 6. Oh, that was a two-hander.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Stolen by Anderson.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Now, here's DJ. He's covered closely. Deflects the pass. And stolen by James. Washington fires. The 3 goes down.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
And stolen by James. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Now Washington taken away. Here's the kid. Here's Baller, fires, and he hits the jumper.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now, here's Washington. He's tightly guarded. That does not go.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Yeah, he's got great position, and it makes it a really tough shot, even from such close range.
Now Detroit moving it up. Oh, the slam dunk.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 7. Here's Baller. He's covered by Washington. Cleared away by James. Detroit with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Washington. There's a good screen. Just 4 to shoot. 16